Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat, and today we're going to work a little bit more on the Cruciform journal. I'll go ahead and show you. I did make a couple of things the other day while I was running the Glow Forge, and it's just too loud to do videos when that's going on. So I did, you guys saw this one. We did that one together, and then you guys saw this one. I know there's something I've done that you guys haven't seen. Oh, I put this in, that was from the color combo, the cross and brown color combo. And then I can't remember which one it's in. Oh, I did this little, this was just a piece of this old book page. It was just a torn, you can see the torn edge of it here and there. I just folded it over and turned it into a pocket, and then did a little collaging on the front. Did this little collage on this postcard paper, and this was from a paper stack that I had. So that's there. And then there's a tuck behind. I just put this back here because I have to remember to make something to go there. And then I did this envelope that flips open like this, and then it's another pocket there. So there's a pocket back here and a pocket right here, and we're going to make one of those today. And then it has this journaling card on it, so I'm sure you can figure out this is not a complicated pocket to make. So I think, what did I do here? Oh, it's supposed to go this way. Oh my goodness. And as you can see, I have not sewn in signatures yet, but I will be doing that shortly. So I'm going to set this out of the way because we don't need it to do the pockets. I have this pocket that we'll get to if we get a chance. It's just out of an old letter and just junk. But let's do the envelope first so that you guys can see how I did that. Not that it's hard, and I'm sure other people have done this. I'm going to use the number 10 window envelope cover that comes with the Cruciform kit. But first, I need to say hugs and blessings to Denise, Debbie, and Pat. I need to say huge super thank you to Maggie and Heidi. So sweet of both of you to use. Oh my gosh. So sweet of both of you to leave me a tip. How kind and generous. So thank you very, very much to both of you. And sorry, Maggie, that did take me a couple of days. I had filmed ahead, and by the time I got it, it was close to the weekend, and I just didn't get a thank you in there. So I thank you. And then I also want to say, go check out Nancy Pitter's new video, and she's here on YouTube, and I will leave a link in the description box below this video. She did a design team project for me where she used all those pockets, the pocket digital download that I just recently came out with, and she just decorated them up so cute. So go see what she did if you're looking for ideas for that, or just go see it anyway, because she did a fantastic job. So thank you to Nancy for that. That was super sweet of her to be on my design team. I have to grab my cutter. Sorry, I can never seem to remember my cutter. That's just the way it is. So anyway, I cut this, where is that at? About roughly. It's, we'll do it this way. It'll make more sense to you, this direction. It's just like 1 tick over 3, so 3/16, or 3 and an 1/8. How's that? That sounds better. Not 3/16. What am I thinking? I just marked mine, and it doesn't have to be exact. This is a number 10 window envelope, and I know you can't get these everywhere, so just use whatever you've got. It makes no difference. This is just what I use, but you can do the same thing because these are too long generally to go into journals. And as you can see or guess, I put the pocket on the back. Now, you could also have just folded it up. It just gets a little thick, so I like to cut it off myself. But if you want to fold it up, fold it up. I'm actually going to go ahead and cut it at 3, I think, because this cutter and I don't get along famously. I always get it crooked. So that's going to be crooked too then. So really all you need to know is cut off, you know, the bottom part to make the pocket on the back, or you can fold it if you so choose. Either way, it's not going to make that big a difference. It's just kind of fun to have it flip out like that because it, you know, normally we like glue these down or something. Oh, you also need to cut the top. I forgot. Super thin, just enough so that it'll open it up like that. So now this opens all the way. I'm going to put something else on here because I don't want to see the blue. Even though the blue kind of goes with this, I just would prefer to cover it. But you, again, do it like you want. Makes it real easy, right? You do you, boo. Maybe I'll cover this one. Well, I'm going to put the blue on the outside. So maybe I just want some book page will work. Sorry, taking a minute here. This book page is good because it's so fragile. I can't really use it for much else because it just disintegrates upon touching. That book had a hard life, and then my daughter used it. My daughter used it to collage a whole art project that she did her first year in college. I don't need the cover now. So how is everybody? I hope you're all fantastic. It's Monday for me. I had a fantastic Easter, and I thank you all for your kind wishes and wishing me a good day. It was very lovely. Spent it with family, of course, and it was just lovely. So wish the weather would have been a tiny bit better because the wind was just blowing so hard all day that we couldn't really like be out much. But that's what I said about the whole time of year of having the March Easter, right? It's kind of, so I think I'll do that just to have something back there. I just don't want the I'm gonna actually scoot it down like about there and take a little more off. Because I don't want that gap in there. But yeah, we had a lovely, lovely day. So thank you guys. And I think we have figured out, not entirely because everybody hasn't gotten their invitations yet. Hold on, I don't have a glue stick. You guys, there's some days I should probably just skip. I've just had a run around like a chicken with my head cut off kind of day. I didn't think I was even going to get a video done today. So you can see I am not super prepared. Luckily I had spent some time on Friday when I had a few moments to myself to kind of get some ideas going for a video. So luckily, and I had just sort of set stuff on my desk as I came up with ideas. So I did at least have something. Otherwise, it wouldn't have happened today. I just had orders to fill and stuff because, as you know, the weekend was taken, which is fine. But I usually will do a little bit of that, those kind of order filling, you know, postage and whatnot deals on weekends. Because like I've said, that Glowforge is loud, loud, loud. But I'm very grateful for the orders, so thank you, thank you. Okay, so now that I have that done, I'm just going to seal this side of the envelope and the bottom of the envelope. But that's going to depend, of course, on whether you fold it up the end or you're, kind of don't really need this little sticky out part right here. So I think I'm just going to cut it even. If you're going to fold it or not. Yeesh. That was rough. The other thing I need to do is trim this. Sorry, I am a mess today. Can't cut straight, can't. I'm going to put some more, I didn't think of this until just now. I need a little book page or something right there because I don't like that. And I want it to look, we'll put a thumb notch and you'll be able to see. So that's why I'm covering that right there. Oh my goodness, sorry. Broke your eardrums yet? I got a new, and I put a new sponge on this. It's got ink on it from another sponge that it was sitting with, but and a new ink pad, so I'm very happy about that. It's always fantastic when you get a new one because they're nice and inky. Oh, what I was saying until my brain went all squirrely was we don't know, but we think only one of those graduation invitations got taken out of my daughter's mailbox. That's what we're hoping for anyway, because that's easy to fix. And I'll have to put a little something across there too. But we will decorate this even though it's coffee dyed. So let's put glue. Need a thumb notch too. And where's my little thumb notcher? There it is. I figured I could make another one of these. I usually only do one of a certain type of ephemera per journal, but since there's multiple, what do you call it, signatures, I can do more than one, and it won't be super obvious. Then I'm just going to put, oh, you know what, I did glue that side. Why am I so dopey sometimes? Are you guys yelling at me? My word. Don't want to glue that edge, you just want to glue the bottom. Because we have the flap and we don't want to lose this space, right? I'm off to a great start today. I should probably just turn it off and start over again. But hey, you guys get to see. Because some people will say you make it look easy. It really isn't for me any easier than it probably is for you. I mean, it is in the fact that I do this all the time because it's my job. So that is probably a little bit helpful, but I make just as many goof ups as anybody or more. So yeah, it happens. It does, it does. And I'm making a mess with the glue too. I don't ever really think of it as easy. It's just a lot of times, you know, I do usually try to prepare a bit as far as what items I'm going to use to decorate. And that goes off the rails too, as it does with all of us, because you have a plan and then you're like, oh yeah, I could do this, or I like this idea better, or whatever. So I think we all do that. But a lot of times it's just me goofing up, like gluing that. Okay, so this is all glued across the bottom. We're going to put our other envelope piece there, but we're going to put a little something inside, just like we did with that one. So I need another strip of paper, and I think I might just use one of these. It doesn't have any writing, but it's that nice patina on it. The sun is shining today, but it's just been windy. So that makes it not so nice, as I'm sure you all would agree. We do like it when the wind is not blowing. As far as going for walks and whatnot. But my husband and I got to go on a nice long walk on Saturday because the weather was beautiful. So that was wonderful. Okay, and I'm going to put a thumb notch again and throw little bits of paper around. So yeah, back to that whole invitation thing. I'm hoping we're pretty good, because it was actually one of her friends that she could give another invitation to. So hopefully, I don't know. We may have a few more, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, that's gonna go there. This, I just want to make sure that isn't going to stick where I put the glue, but I think it'll be all right now. And this is going to go on here, but I think we might do a little decorating first, just so if something needs to go back there, it can. First thing I'm going to do is put, as you can see, I cut this, but I do like the coffee dye. So, and there's going to be a little extra hanging over that I'll just trim off. We kind of did that on purpose just so that it would be a little easier to line it up. You didn't have to be totally spot on. Just a little. I put some of the blue on there, but I want a little brown as well. So I think what I'll do, got a string, put glue around the window. And yes, my shakiness. I have an essential trimmer. It's nothing big. It's just annoying. So every time I try to concentrate and do anything straight or whatever, nope, no can do. That has just come along with age. Oh, the joys. If I'm just doing things, you know, that aren't super detailed, it doesn't seem to do it. But the minute I start thinking and concentrating and trying to do something detailed, it goes all wackety-doo. Okay. So that's, if you haven't used one of your window envelope covers, this is what they were originally made for. However, you can do all kinds of things with them by themselves without number 10 window envelopes. So like a lot of people that live overseas don't have number 10 window envelopes, but you can just do other things with them. You don't have to have that at all. I'm actually going to just tear it, I think. I'll just kind of go here. I know this is probably a very backwards way of doing it, but that's how I'm doing it. So anyways, yes, lovely, lovely weekend we had. Here's the end here. I think about here. I'll trim it. Okay, so I just essentially wanted a piece and wanted to go around the window. But obviously if you're using dyed paper, you don't have to do that at all. You can just leave it the way it is. You wouldn't have to do anything to it if you coffee dyed it. I just like to add a little extra. And then I'll do some trimming still. Probably put some ink on. My goodness, it's a day today. See what happens when I get out running errands and everything. I get all discombobulated. It's because I have to be around people. I'm just not very good at that. I don't mind, you know, like we went out to dinner with friends and you're around people when you do that, but it's just us sitting at a table talking, and that doesn't bother me at all. But for some reason, I do not like going to the grocery store. Makes me frazzled, and it was busy in there today. It's the first, so there's just a nut house. Sooner I can get out of there, the better. Love self-checkout for that reason. That is ideal for introverts. Or if you're also like me and just extremely impatient, because I don't like waiting in line. I just want to get what I need and go. So it's perfect for me. I know a lot of places are doing away with it because of theft, but around here I haven't heard. I mean, I'm sure they get theft. I don't doubt that at all. But it's gotten so big here. But I don't know. I haven't heard that they're going to stop having them. I hope they don't. That would make me sad. At first I thought it was crazy they were doing that, but I like it. Okay, so I'm liking the way that looks. And we'll flip this over. I mean, I might add more things to the front. And we need to put something on the back of here, a little bit at least, kind of like I did on the front, because I don't like the way this is up here. So, could use this up here and just kind of tear it too. Something like that. And I'll tear this side too. And this is just a piece from, I think it's the, Pockets kit. Yeah. It was those extra pages that are in there that are just for writing on or whatever. Backing, that kind of thing. So yes, not a whole lot different than the coffee dye. And like I said, if you want to leave yours like that, do it. I just always got to decorate everything. Oh, you know what I do need to do real quick first is put a hinge on here. Oh, you know what? It's going to go... If I put it on this side and have it open out that way, that's what I think I'm going to do, because I already have that piece that's going to go on there. I should have made that piece bigger, but we'll just do this. Glue this on there. Just a little coffee dyed paper hinge so that you can attach it to your page, and that way it'll open and close, you know. Tear this a little. Almost forgot that. It's just nice if you think of it, because you can put it underneath, you know, like right now I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna use, I don't know why I inked that other side, it's not even gonna be seen. My art glitter, or whatever this is, Barely Art Glue. Which I like both of them about the same. I've had questions about that. I don't have issues with either one. I like them both. And I like the fine tip because I like being able to do something really fine, like the die cuts and stuff. I feel like this and art glitter glue are very comparable to each other. I would say probably the only difference is the art glitter glue might grab a little quicker, but I don't even really notice that, to be honest. I feel like they're very similar to each other. So, whichever one you like better and can find or whatever, I think they're about the same. That's just my opinion. as I've said 1,000 times, glue is very personal and you just got to find the ones you like. Because we all like different stuff. And yes, I did put glue over that little part that's going up there, so I'll have to make sure it's not sticking too much to the edge over here. So let's grab this again, because that's trying to stick inside again. And then we can put this on here, like so. And then you have your little hinge. But let's put some more of this on here, I think would be fun. Could use this piece. And just kind of do this again. And just tear it a bit here, and then I'll tear it at the other end again. And yes, it does work better if you tear like this instead of what I just did. But I do that a lot, so. Very sticky. Yeah, I was just sitting around playing with scraps of paper on Friday afternoon. Don't do that. And thought these would be fun to play with. And the other ones I showed you. Sometimes if you just get out your scrap bin and just start, you know, putting this piece here and that piece there, you'd be amazed. You just sort of come up with stuff. That's fun. I think I need to cut that. Put it up here, maybe? Or this one. And oh, we also, I think, figured out my son's parking, which is fantastic. So, yeah. It's like we just got to get to the end of the year. So that then he can get a parking permit for next year. These universities will nickel and dime you to death, let me tell you. It's ridiculous. And then we'll put our pocket on. And for now, that's kind of how I'm going to have it. I mostly just wanted to show you, not that it's, again, a complicated pocket. It's just a good way to use up a whole envelope, because I know a lot of times we cut down these envelopes. And sometimes I keep these and I'll just make a pocket like that for a journal, you know, as a separate piece. But I got thinking, you know, you could just stick it right on the back and then have it as a flip and be able to use both. So that's kind of fun, I think. Okay. So I think I'll kind of leave that for the moment. And if we get back to it, we get back to it. But at least you see how to do that. But I want to show you guys this letter thing, because I think this will be a fun one too. So this is just you know, a letter, and it says sometime in 1949, which I just thought is so cool. I don't know why, but I love that. So I'm going to tear this edge. Oh, it's got that gold. It's all like trimmed out in gold, so maybe I won't do that. And I just folded that edge over. And then we're going to take and leave this so you can see it, because I want to see that. But back here, I think I'll put some other bits and pieces. So if you have like old letters or just pieces of paper with handwriting on them, it doesn't have to be a letter. You could even write something like that. If you, I just don't like my handwriting. Have somebody else write it for you. If you're like I am. And you'll love it. But anyway, I just love some old handwriting. Just anything. And then fold it over like that. And it doesn't matter the size. You could do any letter. I mean, obviously you're going to have to fit it to the size of your journal, but as long as it'll fit in your journal, it doesn't matter what size it is. And I know I'm covering a lot of the writing, but I just don't want it to be like necessarily something that you would read. This is just a piece of a guest check, but you could use like Tim Holtz bits, a Tracy Fox label. I mean, you use any number of things. The sunshine's really bright today, though. Do you ever notice that, especially like in the spring after all winter? And you go out there and you're just like blinded because it seems so bright. More than normal anyway. I kind of muss that up. I'm going to ink this a little. Oopsie, I didn't need to ink it that much. See, that's the only thing when you get a new ink pad, it can be a little wild. More down here, since I goobered that up. And I have some Asian writing here that I'm going to put there. And I have no idea what it says. So, I didn't know. I just like it. It's just so cool looking. Hopefully it's nothing bad. That'd be bad, huh? Okay. And then I have a guest check, which is actually the guest check that goes to that I'm going to put inside of there. And I'm just going to glue along the sides. I don't know that I'm going to do a ton. I mean, I will decorate it. I'm trying to decide. I think I might leave this as a little tuck too. So I'm probably not going to. This is kind of a thicker paper. It's not super duper thin. I mean, of course, it's nothing like a cardstock, but I think it's going to be fine, especially with all the stuff glued on it and all that. And yeah, I think I'm going to leave it as a tuck, so I'm just going to close it. I'm not going to do thumb notches. I know I always do that, but I just don't want to. I just want to leave it like it is. And then I found this in another book, so I think I'll use that on there somehow. And then after that, I didn't really figure out. But I have other bits and pieces of stuff. Let me see, I had... See, this is the problem. I try to move everything out of the way, and I can't find things. These are those pages from Carol Laws. Thank you, Carol. What did I do with the other bits? That is too weird. All right, hold on just a minute. Okay, I'm back. I had a bunch, I got these on, let's see, and I will leave a link to this shop in the description box below the video. I didn't do a very good job reading about these, and I don't love all the black around there. It didn't look as dark, but anyways, I mean, they're very cool images. So I'm just going to trim off some of this, the darker, just because for what I'm doing, I don't want it quite that dark. But if you're doing like a really gothic look, which, I mean, these are gothic, but I just don't want it so dark. They would be, you know, good if you were going real sort of gothic-y. But anyway, I cut out a whole bunch of these. I have no idea what I did with them. It'll be one of those things where I'll find them, you know, 3 weeks from now or something. Yeah, that's how that works. I probably put them somewhere to keep track of them, right? Yes. Okay, I don't want to cover that up entirely, so we might cut a little more off the bottom. We don't need like every bit of this. They just sort of have the same look as my kit does. I just wanted a few extra images, so it didn't feel like you were just constantly going by the same thing over and over again. So I'm just going to do this. And I don't know why. I love, like I told you guys before, I love finding these pieces of ephemera in books and things. This one has staple holes through it. It's just kind of fun. I don't know. I like stuff like that. I think it was obviously probably for a sewing type project or something, but I think it might have been in one of my sewing patterns or whatever. Anyway, it's cool. So we're gonna use it because I like it. So if you've stuck with me this long, you're a real trooper. Because, yeah, it's been a day. It's a thing that happens to me. Can't get used to this. Ink yet. It's real inky. Go that way, or maybe we'll go a little bit like that. Yeah, I definitely kind of want that in the middle. And put something else on the bottom. The cool thing about guest checks, at least these ones, they aren't, I mean, they're thin, but they're not like just a piece of paper. So you can just use them like a journaling card or whatever, and they work well. I need to cut some more of these because I'm missing a lot of the color labels of Tracy Fox's. I need to print them again and cut them. That happens. They get used up. I've been using them a lot lately too. Kind of go through phases where I use a lot of labels and then not really any labels, and I guess it just depends on what you're doing. A little book page maybe. Something, I just don't know. Oh, I know. How about some of this washi? Because it'll give it a little pop of blue. Yeah, I like that better. Okay, I'm going to, I guess we're not going to do anything, but you're hanging out with me, so we're going to turn it into a tag. And this is a coffee dyed gesture. I'm sure you could deduce that, but I always like to say that will go in there, hopefully, please. Yes. And then we'll put something here. I don't know what yet. Maybe one of these. This one's way too big. It might be just too wide. Yeah, it's really wide. So we will have to use another one of these. Cut it down again. Wish I'd find the ones I already cut so you don't have to listen to my cutter. But who knows where they are, or they're snickering wherever they are. It's actually probably those desk pixies that Carol Laws always talks about. Carol, can you come get your desk pixies, please? They're running amok in my craft room. Running amok. I printed these on cardstock, so they should be fine. Just, you know, being a journaling card like they are. Could add a stamp. That might be kind of fun. I have no idea how long I've been filming, and then I went and turned off the camera and didn't check the time, and yeah. Like I said, if you're still here, thank you. It's a rough one today. Kind of want a blue. I'm going to use up all my blue stamps on this whole journal thing because I keep only picking blue stamps. These ones are all turned over on the corners. I like those. And on that side. Yeah, I think I want it that side. And I'm gonna put a little glue under there just to hopefully keep that from tearing off. Maybe. I left my glue open. Put the pin in it, Amy. Okay. I'm just going to trim it where it's hanging over a little. Maybe we'll put a stamp. I'm getting taken over here by junk. I know you're very surprised. When you look at my mess. I just want a couple numbers, not all of them. And then that can just tuck in there. And we could also put a stamp on here. This one. It's a little tall. I have one of these Tim Holtz ones, I think. Oh, did I miss it? I missed it. I don't know where it is. This one would work. Yeah, let's do that. It needs make. There we go. That'll bring us a little color there. Have anything else I could put in there? I was thinking those would work, but they're just not going to. Oh, this door might be kind of cool. These ones are in my kit. Just have another piece, kind of fun, since it's sort of a long pocket. And again, these are on oh my goodness, cardstock. Wouldn't it be fantastic if our brains worked while we did this stuff? And I know it's not just me, because I do watch other videos. I mean, I definitely do it a lot, but yeah, it's a thing. I think I want... I feel like it needs a little more grunging. It's my faux tape. Okay, that's good. All right, I like that. So there's just a little fun idea that you could do with an old letter or something, or just like I said, an old piece of paper. One of those, a lot of people have those checks, like old checks, or I don't know, old ledger would also be really cool to do that with. So there's that. And then where did my envelope go? I lost it because I shoved everything aside. So we have our little flip out envelope that will put something in there and something in there, something in there, just like the one I showed you in the journal already. So there we are, a couple of pieces and fun ideas to do. Hopefully I gave you something fun to do. I really like these. I think that's really good use of old letters, because sometimes you do find that, or some kind of old paper. I keep wanting to trim that, but I'm not going to because it's got that gold edging. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that, and sorry it was so discombobulated today. I'm telling you, it's best if I get up in the morning and do a video. So I thank you, and I love you guys, and we will chat again soon. Bye.